We are going to demonstrate for you how to properly calibrate your professional drop spreader used to apply turfgrass seed and fertilizer. Step 1 is to gather materials. You will need a drop spreader, catcher, a space to test, tape measure, a container, a scale, proper PPE, marking equipment, and a sample of the seed you will be using, and gloves to protect you from harmful chemicals in your seed or fertilizer. Step 3 is to set up your testing space. Take your tape measure and measure an even area to conduct your test on, and be sure to mark both ends. When beginning to calibrate, it is important to measure the drop spreader with your tape and measure exactly how wide your drop spreader is and what the drop is. In our example, the drop spreader is 2.9 feet wide. Your next step is to measure the distance that you will be spreading along. This distance is usually set at 100 feet, but can be adjusted to fit your needs. In this example, we are using 50 feet. When calculating your testing area, a little math is involved. Since our test length is 50 feet long and our drop spreader is 2.9 feet wide, we can multiply 50 feet by 2.9 to get 145 feet squared. This is the testing area. It is important to know how the drop spreader works. These include the hopper, which holds the seed you are spreading, the locking lever, which opens and closes the hopper, and the calibrator, which adjusts the rate at which you apply seed. We are also using a catcher to collect all of the seed in this test to weigh later and compare to the ideal rate. Now that you are ready to begin, you must calibrate the drop spreader. Loosen the knobs on the spreader and adjust the calibrator to the center measurement. Now that you have completed these steps, your calibration is complete. You are ready to go out and begin your seeding process. Next, you should zero out your scale with your container on it and pour the seed collected in your catcher into the container. If the weight is above or below your preferred weight rate, then go back, adjust the calibrator appropriately, and do another run. Do this as many times as you need to get the preferred weight rate you need. The last step is to clean and wipe down the drop spreader to reduce cross-contamination. This is an example of a seed calibrator that we created and used to aid us in our calculations and calibration. The orange is set as non-adjustable, and the blue is inputable data. To the left, we know that our spreader width is 2.9 feet, and we know that our test area length is 50 feet. As you can see, the calibration amount automatically updates once you press enter. Moving then over to the right, we will take the weight of the catcher before, and we input the weight of the catcher after, and we subtract it, which will give us 0.14 pounds. It is important to note that if you input something incorrectly, then the calibration will read incorrect. Taking the precise measurements you need of your golf course and inputting the data where prompted will calibrate how much seed you will need. That is how you properly calibrate a drop spreader. We hope that this demonstration was helpful. Thank you.